we're going to see Zilean. He's going to be a mage. It's going to be really powerful for them. So, yep, Jatt is the jungler, indeed. I did know that about him, Pobelter. Really does love playing Zilean. It's really cool. Like, it's really weird. Like, the American mages, like, the North American mage players are all very unique. They all choose different champions. Yeah, so solo top Kassadin with Summoner Teleport. That's very, very common. Salce again play AD for his team. Well, he was AD last time.
All right. I'll say, okay, yeah, because I was seeing Lyumi play Vayne a lot in the matches he was in.
Oh, yeah. Lyumi was AD, but yeah, he's now going to play mage this time. That's cool, yeah. But yeah, it's really interesting looking at North American mages because like they all have different specialized champions. Like Reginald and Pobelter really play Zilean a lot. But like none of the other really top American teams seem to run that champion as part of their comps. You know, you have players like Big Fat LP who play a lot of Anivia and Brand. You've got you know, not everyone even plays Nidalee, right? Like you've got like Hotshot GD plays Nidalee, and then you've got not a lot of other Nidalee players in North America that are on tournament teams. I don't really see any of them pick it. And every time you see like Epic Gamer or you know Team Solo Mid play a tournament, they always have to ban Nidalee or let it get picked. Then you have these tier 2 teams who are contenders to the throne that you know players aren't going to follow that well, and you kind of have to leave Nidalee in because you don't know if they play it, and half the time they do, half the time they don't, and it's just they got Nidalee as the last pick because they know they can't. So you have really interesting things going on if you don't know your teammates and you don't know your opponents. But here is the setup. We can see that we have the setups are here, the mass flashes. We actually do have the 10 flash setup. Actually, AndyHo not running flash though, so it's going to go back to the 9 flash setup. That exhaust was hidden amongst the flashes. Wow. I didn't know.
Yep. Well, yeah, he can. It kind of doesn't. It leaves him within his cage still. He has his pillar and he has the ground. He can move on. So
his gank becomes so strong with exhaust too. You drop that pillar on somebody, you exhaust them, they're not going anywhere. Now you have to burn their flash first because if you double slow them and they flash, they got away. But like, I mean, you gank for that freaking Vayne Taric lane with double slow, that kid's gonna die. Like Vayne's got exhaust
plus a red.
Yeah, right. You got red. You've got the pillar slow. You've got exhaust. You've got another exhaust. You've got Taric stun. You've got knocking a wall. Dude's probably gonna die.
Yeah.
Like Janna's kind of safe, but like not that safe.
I'm gonna call this the double lift bush.
Yeah. Face check that brush.
Face check that brush right there. Do it.
And it was great because like you talked after the game, he's like, I was Lee Sin, I learned Q. I always Q a brush before I check out. I always Q check out. And he failed that single brush, right? It's just like confluence of events. So there's a Clairvoyance. They do see him move on the way. They have the Caitlyn trap there for the aggression.
Yep, so Zil mid.
Pobelter going to be mid, yeah. He's going to come in and time bomb, probably. They could have totally flashed on him, right? Like, they weren't CV'd here. They could have been, like, all hiding and been like, and stun kill.
So as Zilean, you played Zilean. I had to have.
I played Zilean.
So, you know, being aware of not pushing your lane, how often or not often do you bomb somebody? Because you're going to be affecting the entire minion wave, and you're going to be pushing quite a bit.
So there's kind of cool things you can do if you do it right. So like right now you can see he's last hitting with gears, and he's not really spamming bombs right now. Generally speaking, you start at like level 3, because what you can do with Zilean is you can actually force reset a lane. So mid lane is very short, right? You know, you can basically see the towers on both green.
It's going to help. They'll be able to stay in lane and sustain because they're not taking damage as well. But really, you're only doing 70% of what you need to do in lane. That creep score means so much. Even if you're losing in kills, if you can get farm, you're still in the game.
Yep, that's very true. So, looks like Brand staying in mid has gotten harassed down, but actually he's beating Pobelter now. He's actually got more damage done. Look at the minions, and he's up to 18 versus 27. Yeah. I think at this point it's partially time bombs. You can like clear this entire wave with 2 bombs.
What's Zilean's attack right now? So it's about 60, 65, 68 for Milk Cow.
Yeah, 64 versus 67.
All right. That'll just transfer out into damage.
Yep. And wow, Clasick is getting very, very low. Rinoa is actually out of mana, cannot keep him alive. They know Nunu was in that brush not long ago. They've got to be careful. And there's that Janna. Yeah, that's just pain. And they will miss that Q. That's good for Riot, but they need to send someone back to base to heal. Pretty much like this. I mean, they're going to have the last hit here, but they're
really good work just by auto attacks that they're doing. Sand, slowing down Rinoa wouldn't allow her to dodge that, but she was able to get out of the way. So they're just using those little quick techniques, a quick Q from Salce, and really no mana was used to do the amount of damage that they're doing. So they really have good control over this bottom lane. Still face tanking minions into that turret, just not allowing Clasick to get any of these last hits, possibly that one. And it looks like the turret actually took that one from him as well. There's one for him. So he's kind of got a hang of it as the minions do some damage to the other minions, you can kind of get that last hit in, but usually it's just a 2-shot and you're left with nothing. Great job by Salce, still attacking from within turret range to get out of there. Going to be popped up here, so they're trying to clear the minion wave really quick. Classick knowing that just above that image of the tornado is where you can dodge it. Below it, it'll kind of hit you a little bit more. A gank going middle here. Looks like Brand was a little too far out and walked right towards Nunu in the beginning of that one. He's going to take a good amount of damage. Nice ulti bounce. He got 2 to go back and forth there, so it went around to 3 times. And it was enough to push him off, but I think he's going to have to back. His lane is not really where you'd want to back.
And this is where you want to shove your lane.
Exactly.
You want to immediately go into the turret. And I think he Trundle's here, but still, it's a little bit harder for to last hit when you've got a giant minion wave hitting the turret. Plus, Pobelter can get free damage on the turret. Like he could have shoved the lane and then recall and get items, right? Like this is what you kind of want to do. When the jungler's there, he's like, okay, great, I get free reign of this lane. Let me just shove it and buy items because he's not getting anything done right now, right? He's last hitting once or twice, and now Trundle can keep the wave there, right? He's like, okay, the wave's coming in like 3 seconds. This is no problem. Hey, look, I've got it back there. Like Brand still has all the minions. He's straight up, like if he shoved the wave, Brand would not have killed them.
Right.
Straight up, that would have happened. So I think a bit of a mistake to not do that, but he's going to recall now. And I think, it's a little bit late, but okay. Statikk going to go ahead and stay in mid, going to do a lot of damage right here. Going to hurt this kid pretty hard, and this is going to hurt. He could go for the flag toss, but will seem not to, though. It's level 6 versus level 7, though. That level difference is huge, so that's going to hurt Statikk quite a bit. He does have that regen, so it's going to help him a little, but he's behind.
He's still doing a good amount of damage, just not to Kassadin, and Kassadin's able to silence him out. And that's really where he's going to grab his power from. A nice Q, a nice flag toss, and pop Kassadin up. And he can only do a few spells before they have to cool down again, obviously. That's what happens when you cast spells. But, for him, it's really to be forced away. Jarvan relies on that auto attack to do a lot of damage. And Kassadin, swinging his little Void Sword, doesn't do so much against the Jarvan. So he really has the upper hand that close to the turret. And he could have done a little bit more, but that level difference from the first kill hurt him just enough to keep Kassadin sustaining in that lane long enough against him. So Statikk's going to kind of get to level 7 here. It'll be 7-on-7 up top, 7-on-7 in mid. And, nice dodge on the Seer there. It's going to be a good amount of damage as he tries to go for the double down on the bomb. Pobelter did not have the range. Janna kind of hooking up Rinoa here so she can't get back to the lane. But she will be able to without taking too much damage. Classick going for the last hits, black barring that minion, and it just seems like one of those days for him on these last hits. Still doing an alright job, though, as they continue to push this lane. Caster minions OP focus firing the other minions, and you can see him just blowing through the wave they had there. Here's a good push by Pobelter, still just keeping him right in front of the turret. And it seems like 90% of the time, this is where the Pug Pros have kept the Riot Squad team so far, is just feeding the minions into the turret, and they haven't really been able to come up with these last hits.
Yep. So we see that Jarvan, though, still spamming away at this Kassadin, doing what damage he can. Kassadin, though, has tier, which means now he's going to really want to spam those Qs and just charge up that tier of the goddess. Have a ton of mana to use Rift Walk later in the game. Scales really well with Golem buff. You can see, speaking of Golem buff, it's been given.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, when your jungler is Nunu, you don't need mana that badly. And by the way, Invasion, and he's actually been caught right now. This is going to be most likely a kill, but Milk Cow actually getting blocked out. Nope, we'll still get it. It's going to have, wow. So he's got a fiery lizard buff, and he's a fiery brand.
Wow. Pobelter.
He'll die if he lands it.
He also, wait a minute. Don't kill him yet.
They got Vayne.
Don't kill him yet.
No, they'll kill him, because they'll knock him into the wall.
Yeah, in true, they can do that right there. And a good
double
attack
buff Vayne.
there.
Double buff Vayne.
There it is. Very nice job, and she will be able to get those buffs on her. It looks like AndyHo has grabbed himself a red before that. And they will continue that. There is double buff Vayne, as you said. Going back, she just got a good amount of money from that one. So Classic's going to be pretty happy. If anything was happening with last hits, he's kind of made up for that now. And we're going to have a teleport right onto the top of him, going for the shield. It will slow him a little bit. Lyumi does not have the HP to fight this one-on-one, but Statikk took a lot of damage from the minions that were around him.
Yeah, but double Philo still means he's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Oh, shut up, Timo. You're fine.
Yes, sir.
See? I told him to shut up and he said, yes, sir. We're good. We're good. All right, so yeah, look at that. Statikk already almost back up to full health.
He's just jumping.
He's good. Yeah, he's getting like 8 health a second or so, something stupid high. So this Vayne going to keep last hitting, doing a pretty good job there. Classick keeping himself as high up as he can. Unfortunately, not doing quite enough damage to his minions to get these kills. Missing a lot of those last hits there. But, yeah, there we go. Jarvan is picking these guys down. Get himself farmed. Let's do the minion counting tab again. And let's see. We got 40, 50, 50. Basically 50s, but yeah, 70, 60, 70. The minions are definitely in the advantage of the pros. You were right. You said that they would last hit better, and you're absolutely right on that front. The one good thing that the Riders have is coordination. They have played with each other before. They do know each other's strengths and weaknesses. and they can play that. And you kind of saw that from the fight down here where, you know, Pobelter kind of got greedy, and yeah, he picked up 1 kill, but then he fed double buff to Vayne. And that's, so if Taric Vayne was scary, Taric Vayne with double buff is much scarier.
Yeah. It looks like Janna is actually the focus on this one. She really has the disable of the lane. You know, you can trap somebody, but it takes quite a bit of skill to throw right around the feet, because it still has to open in time up. So, you know, they're going to go for her. She can pop up with Tornado, but if they can focus her, she's going to take a lot more damage than Salce is. Yep. So they're going to want to go for her, and then Salce's just going to get exhausted, and they should be able to take out the entire lane, especially with a Dazzle once they get that positioning, probably out of a bush, maybe with the help of a Trundle when he comes down for an ulti and a gank. But no Kassadin up top right now. He is MIA, and it looks like they will be able to take out Janna first, and the exhaust onto Salce, but it gets thwarted here. Jatt coming in with Nunu. Could he ult in time? He is waiting for him to get right to the tower. That was awesome.
He lived! Oh, are you serious, Jatt?
That was amazing. That was really cool. He could have ulted right away. It was very smart by Jatt. He kind of walked with him towards the turret. He's like, yeah, okay, now. And a great job by Clasick to roll himself out of that. He probably would have gone down with that damage, and then a quick Ice Blast from Nunu. So well played. Yeah. Rinoa also keeping everybody healed up bottom lane. They were really able to avoid some bad there. And great job by the Rioters on bottom. Statikk is going to go ahead and back.
Manamune Kassadin.
Yes.
Oh, and the kill on mid. That is another golden buff going back to Pobelter. He did. Milk Cow did have blue buff. He was given that by his jungler, by that Trundle. He should bomb those minions and then pill. Yeah, here he goes. Yeah, bomb, reset cooldown. There's the bomb. Yeah, he's going to pill back now. He's going to get full experience. He got gold on most of them. Right. And, oh, look, it is a dragon. And, of course, he knows to do dragon. It's a good CV there by Rinoa. Going to make sure that they know. And, of course, they have to back off. You saw Janna did pull the aggro and said, oh, wait, that would be bad for us.
Yeah. So Lyumi having his way up top with the turret right now has a pretty good minion wave here. Siege minion not even taking shots yet. It still has 2 left on it, so she'll be able to get he'll be able to get a good amount of damage there. The Q not doing too much to Classic, however doing less as it travels through minions, so you have to take into consideration the amount it just did if that was to hit you right in the face.
Yeah. Going to be pretty safe right there. So let's see. We do have the double lane at bottom. Looks like Taric's going back towards the lane. The one good advantage Riot has is Taric is first to finish Philosopher's Stone and Heart of Gold, whereas Janna's still only wearing boots and pieces of it. So Taric's getting an extra 1 gold per second above this Janna the longer that this goes on. So there's going to be some really, really good things for that. That should help their team catch up a little bit. Of course, the double Heart of Gold, the double Philo Stone on this Jarvan as well is pretty happy. So Riot definitely going for that gold per 10, and you know, they're going equal on kills, so the later this goes, the better. Dragon has been pulled, and this could be a little bit scary. Looks like Janna getting pushed back. They could go for a fight, though. I mean, Taric doesn't have flash anymore, but they could pick up something. It's 3 squishies right here, and Trundle's there. Jarvan, I don't know if he has flash or teleport. He does not, but they could go for a fight.
Yeah, they should.
This could be good. Cass is not teleporting, so... Oh, they've caught Nunu very, very well. Those bombs going to hurt, though. AndyHo getting so low right now. But they have everyone. Looks like Statikk has made it to the fight, and here we go. Pobelter in the front, taking a lot of damage, has revived himself. Nunu's going to ult. That's going to be a lot of damage from Brand. Nunu looks like he might be the next one to go down. And there's a jump in from Statikk. A lot of damage. Jatt is going down. Now Pobelter's going to be the next one up. Can they get this kill in time? Their flashes both miss, but Vayne is chasing, and she has that passive, so she could get... And there's a hit!
Oh, so low.
He hastened himself. He couldn't make it out.
Great job there. Awesome job. You know, usually you don't want to spread out in a fight, but they really did a good job of that, especially without Kassadin. They're able to keep a lot alive. Did they even lose one? I don't think they did. So they're able to do that. A great job there. And, you know, ProPug just splitting up exactly where they wanted to go. They're like, don't chase me. I'm out of here. I'm good. You guys are fine. Just keep going where you're going. Jarvan ulted, so that was down. He was also not doing damage. And really, if they could have got in there and focused Janna right away, they wouldn't have been able to get the heal that they got. And so that would have been really good for them.
So this is an AD Kassadin. You can see he has 0 AP right now. He actually went for the early regrowth planet and is going Manamune, and he's going AD Kassadin. So this should be very interesting to see how that plays out for him.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a little bit new. All right, so...
we're going to have Trundle just farming bottom. We have Taric going back as well. Vayne is bottom, trying to do classics, trying to do what he can in that lane. Janna's going to show herself and just be like, hey, I'm here. So there's probably somebody really close that I'm baiting for. Looks like Zilean will get some damage on that turret in middle. Obviously not one of the best pushers, so he's probably just going to sit there and throw gears at it for the next hour. He has a Taric and a Brand coming to him, however, and he does not have enough minions. He's only got 2 shots left to continue to do damage to that turret. And he's actually quite overzealous about that. He stayed there for quite a bit of time, knowing, well, he does have the haste ability, so he's really confident about his play in mid by himself. Taric trying to go and invade the jungle, has a ward going down. I think Nunu saw that. You can see Zilean backed up just a little bit, but he's still quite pushed up for his play right now. Oh, he has 3 members of his team, that's why.
Okay. So, hey, I want to give you guys a... Oh, wait, hold on, the fight in mid. Looks like Milka going to push around. Okay, they're going to get a turret. They're going to be okay. Turret should not get caught. So I want to bring something up to you guys real quick. So on this stream, after this game...
Just me, yeah.
Yeah, after this game.
Why not?
We're going to give you guys I don't want to say first look, because we've looked at him a couple times, but Monkey King is going to have a special video coming up on the stream after this game.
A sneak peeky.
Yeah, and it's going to be a little interview, a little talking from Pobelter, who is an associate producer who works on the champion team, who works actually specifically with the new champions that come out and making them awesome and making them cool. And he's an energetic freaking talker. Like, if you think I get excited for fights, you should watch him talk about champions. I can't even understand him, and I talk fast. So this guy just puts on a show, talking about Monkey King. So if you want to know about Monkey King, you want to know a little more about him, about his abilities, the cool things that he does, well, you should stay on the stream.
Yeah, stay tuned.
And you should tell your friends about this stream. Use Facebook, use Twitter, shout from rooftops, I don't care.
Yeah.
But let some people know.
Drive down the highway and shout it.
Yeah. But, you know, what's up, though, is Monkey King. You're going to talk about the abilities that Monkey King has. Talk about the things that Monkey King does. About what League of Legends Monkey King is all about. And that,
I like
me,
Monkey King.
It's pretty legit, yeah.
You know what I like as well is Dragon. Dragon's pretty cool.
Dragon's pretty good.
Because it looks like somebody actually just grabbed a Rinoa and possibly a Dragon.
Dragon, I think, was already down.
Okay,
but
so
Rinoa
they just got a
caught.
Rinoa.
Yeah, they got a Rinoa. She got caught. But now she bought a new Oracle, so that'll be pretty good for her. I don't think she was wearing one before, but she has one now. She can do that ward sweeping, should be good for him. But it's 4-4 on the kills, honestly, and Riot got that dragon. Right? That last dragon went to them. Now they still are down turrets 3-0. That's harsh, but there's a fight, and this is looking bad for AndyHo, and there's a Nunu ultimate, and this is going to be a very, very dead AndyHo. Now Classick's getting jumped on. This, oh my gosh, those time bombs, and you are dead. Goodbye, Salce. Picking that one up with a Q. And that is going so incredibly well.
Yeah, it's with the amount of turrets that they have and the knowledge of their jungle right now, they must have everything warded because all they're doing is playing in the jungle of the Rioters. They have turrets to take down still, the second turrets of defense, but they're not even really worried about it. Rinoa taking some shots here, should be alright with the heals, does not get bombed by Zilean. Milk Cow, however, taking a good amount of damage, a few hundred of his health, just white off an attack. I believe that was from the bomb of Zilean. And this turret is also going down a little bit more global gold for this team. And really, only 4-6, but the minions are really making this game happen right now for the Pug Pros. Kassadin's still up top, just farming away off these creeps right now. He's like split pushing Kassadin, something you usually don't see. Not a lot of damage there, so good magic resist and defenses right now in Statikk. Hopefully he can tank up a little bit more and take some for the team. Andy's kind of gimped right now at level 8, and Rinoa at level 8 just taking damage. Not so much gimp.
I'm failing.
Just taking
Sorry.
a little bit. And they will be able to grab red there for Classick. Doing very well right now. Let's see what his build is. Does he have a Bloodthirster / Oh no, getting chased down. Milk Cow around the turret, trying to do what he can to push Kassadin off. But still taking a little bit of damage here. Kassadin quite farmed up, pretty healthy for himself. 3 levels higher than Milk Cow. Milk Cow was midding. So you can see how much zoning Zilean did to Milk Cow mid. Was able to get come up with the gank one time. That's at least a few levels. Zilean also 15 to that 12. So a really big level advantage and like somewhat of just a power play right now in favor of the Pug Pros.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is going pretty well for the pros. They're definitely doing a very good job. This is Trundle, though. Nice amount of magic resist. He should really get those upgraded boosts, though. That move speed is going to help him get away from these fights and get into these fights much better. Getting caught, never a good thing, and move speed helps you not get caught. So this could be pretty good, though. Classic's going to come in from the side. Lyumi's going to take some damage. Of course, he is Kassadin with a Warmogs, so that's a very healthy Kassadin.
Yep.
He's just farming all game. He really is. He's playing like me. That's all he's doing is farming. Which is fine. Farming's fun.
You know, it seems like they would be able to do a lot of damage. You know, they have Brand and they have Vayne from the outside. But without, you know, the 1 to 2 hits that they're taking right now with the amount of health just changes up the scenario completely. You know, you're usually able to take a few, position yourself for a flash out. You know, the shots that they're taking from the Pug Pros are just causing them to have to totally alter what they're doing completely. Not get that last attack in, not get the spell that they really need. And, you know, that finalization of their combo is really affecting these fights. Pug Pros are able to come in, continue what they need to do, get the pop-up, have the full Nunu alt channel, and they're really able to just do a clear amount of damage every time. We have Kassadin coming in here, not getting one of his right clicks off. I really want to see how much damage that does. It's not going to be too much, but it's still going to be pretty humorous. You don't see too many AD Kassadins.
Yeah, should be good. And it's a tanky. It's a tanky AD Kassadin. He's probably going to go Atmos next item, and then basically he's going plus AD plus he's going plus attack damage through health and mana basically.
Right.
He's using Mana Mune and Atmos to get that damage output there. So I would actually expect to see what's it called? Shut up, Timo. Expect to see an Archangel's next. Actually, you know, he has all that mana from the Mana Mune. Let's just, you know, turn that into ability power for fun. I mean, probably not. I mean, it's probably actually completely untrue, but hey, you never know.
The hybrid Kassadin.
Yeah. Hybrid Kassadin, get a Trinity Force, get that.
Go ahead, get a Ginsu. Yep.
I can see it.
Look at, he's just kind of working on the turret right now. Nice job, just doing the damage he wants. Whoa, but he's getting converged down right now. There's a Vayne going over towards blue. He can really just go anywhere he wants. The slice over, missing the flag toss. Really just a blind shot. That was a nice try there by Statikk. And it looks like they kind of just look at the Pug Pros going back into the jungle. It's like, we don't even want to go back yet. We're going to harass your jungle. Do you have anything else for us? We'll take that. All right, here's the turret, 150 gold, awesome. Statick's like, come on, get out of here. He's going to go ahead and flag toss, start up. That's a little bit of an initiation there, but more of a just get off my front step. This is ours. We need to kind of guard this. They still have yet to take a turret or really any turret damage, so it's really just going to Pug Pros farming it up right now. They haven't even initiated a fight recently. They're just continuing to go through the jungle, steal the buffs, and make sure that the Riot squad can't really come back in any fight.
Yep, and that should be pretty strong. So, whoops, sorry about that. Random files popping up on my screen.
So Kassadin's still farming. What's his CS?
Kassadin?
What do we have for Kassadin CS? It is 189. Yeah, he almost has the highest in the game compared to Zilean.
Yeah, Zilean with those bombs is going to help, quite a lot, of course. So, actually, he gets one more minion, he'll take him over. Look at
so
that.
It's about an average of, just looking quickly, like 40, 50 CS between these teams that the Pug Pros have on them.
Yeah.
It's quite a bit right now. 130s to 190s. There's 60s. There's 2 of those. And there's a few less. The supports don't have as much, obviously. But, that's really helping out the characters that need to put out that front DPS and just make that burst happen.
So let's see what they can do. Looks like AndyHo still walking back and forth, trying to kill minions as best he can. Going to do a little bit of that gold gain. He's going to give up some of that because he sees Kassadin going for the golem buff, and they should be trying to stop him. I think he wanted to go for a Smite steal, but now he's afraid of Janna, so actually they're supporting him quite well. I think they know.
Definitely know. They're bringing everybody over there. They have a ward in that bush as well. Rinoa with that Oracles. It needs to make your way around. They also have an Oracle, though, so they are playing that game as well to take down the wards. Really comes down to a lot of vision, especially now. If you can't enter your own jungle for the creeps, you're forced to farm whatever's coming towards you. And that's actually going to be right in the face of the turret, since it's such an aggressive Pug Pro team right now. A great job, Lyumi playing very well, just knowing the damage he can take, not really worrying about it and doing what he needs to do. Another turret goes down, more global gold for the team. They got 4 in mid as they continue to push this one with the semi-wave. They have a siege minion there. He's going to be able to take a few hits if it comes up to the turret, but really nothing they can work with to initiate a fight. Kassadin not on the map right now, and he may be coming down to Rift in, but I don't see him anywhere. He may have gone back to buy. They do have a formidable team to fight with the 4v5 right now. We've seen them do it before. AndyHo still quite squishy as well. Looks like Statikk able to get a little bit of health under his belt. Clasick is actually pretty healthy as well, but he's obviously doesn't have as much defense. So that health is just going to help him take the damage if he has to. Here we go, initiation.
The big fight, giant AoE's coming out. Great job by Nunu getting the entire team low. And here comes the fight. And Salce getting away just barely. Clasick has a drop. Actually, 2 deaths for none so far still. And now Statikk is falling to the Lizard buff. And that is another couple of kills. And wow, only one left is Rinoa. That Taric not taking too much damage. But oh, here comes the burst. And goodbye. You are a very, very dead Taric. And the pros winning that one 5-0. The thing is, the kill score was only 64 before then, right? It wasn't like they had just been rolled and rolled and rolled in fights, but that was a full Nunu ultimate. It was just tons and tons of damage output. And yeah, dudes got crushed.
Really, they've just been toying with the minion waves and, you know, ticking on the turrets here and there. They got a surrender throw up, and we'll see if they continue to do that. Oh, no. 2 Moss, and they will be done. So there's one inhibitor. 4-11 at 25 minutes. A pretty dominating game right now by the Pug Pros. They have been able to bring this match out. We have some great players coming out here. We got a Zilean mid, and he was able to farm out very hardcore, and it looks like there will be a quick surrender by the Riot squad. Pug Pros really good on paper as well as with their chemistry in game.
Yep, they played very, very well. That last fight was amazing. They all did win in minion kills, of course. They were very, very far ahead in gold, and they just said, hey, you know what we're going to really do? We're going to win us a game in style. We're going to take a team fight and destroy your faces with it. So that is what they did. They did a very good job of that, of course. So
it's scary that Lyumi really didn't play a role in that game.
Yeah, he didn't really do much.
He kind of just hung out top lane like a Nasus.
Yeah, he certainly got himself farmed. There's the Atlas. Yeah. I mean, he didn't. Yeah, he really didn't do a lot. Like he got kills and assists, but it didn't really seem like he did anything that potent. So give us the rundown. You know, so you thought the pros would win, and of course you're right. So give us the rundown. Who are the key players? What were the key plays? What really caused the game to go like that?
Really.